If you've ever sat down with your Bible, a blank journal page, and a tired heart and thought, I don't even know where to start, then this is for you. I'm going to walk you through my real, everyday Bible study process. No filters, no fluff, just what helps me connect with God, study my Bible, and keep showing up, even when life feels loud. Hey friends, I'm Kelli, and I have spent years trying to build a Bible study habit that's actually enjoyable. It's not just another thing on my to-do list. So in this video, I'm showing you my real process from start to finish, from how I choose what verse I'm going to work on today, to what tools I use, to how I journal and reflect, and how I kind of verse map, even how I use ChatGPT, seriously, to help deepen my study without overthinking it. I hope it gives you some ideas, but more than that, I hope it reminds you that God meets us where we are. So this is what a journal page looks like when I'm done. I didn't actually capture all of this in the recording. There were a few things I added, so I wanted to get this picture for you so that you could see some of the arrows and the highlighting that I do. I was a little nervous recording myself. I've never recorded my Bible studies, so I missed some of these things in the video, like I said. So that's what this picture is. Okay, here we go. You are going to get a sneak peek at a morning ritual for me. So, first of all, I go through, there's a bunch of different things, from Bible verses that I found because I'm working on something, typically at the back of the Bible, like if I'm working on discernment, or learning about abundance, then I will go to the back of the Bible and find those verses, like what verses say abundant, abundantly, abundance, and I'll just write those down on a post-it note. So that's what you were looking at right here. I see abundance, abundantly, abundant, right? And I want to go through those verses and I want to read them and see if I want to really dig deep into them. So the first one in the abundant list is the one that we're going to cover today, and that is Mark 12:44. I also you saw that journal that I just popped up. That is my sermon notes, and I will often dig into those. So Mark 12:44. So I start off by putting the date. I put the page number of this book, because in my Bible, when I highlight, I sometimes say that you can find my write-up in one of my journals. So this is page 16 of my Erin Condren Faith Planner, Faith Journal. I really like it. The date, and then I write the verse, and I write the verse. If I mess up, I am not a go find my whiteout and write over it kind of person. I just scribble it out and keep going, because we're real here, right? We're real. That's it. I highlighted in my Bible, and I didn't do it on camera, but I do usually put some kind of note in there that you can find my full thoughts somewhere, and I will say where. So like now my Bible says EC number 1, page 16. So in my Erin Condren book 1 on page 16 is where I do my thoughts and my prayer, all of the things. So this is just me writing. You see I mess up. I'm like, what happened here? This doesn't make any sense. Scribble it out. And then just keep writing. My handwriting is terrible. I started off writing very slowly so that you guys could see what I was doing, but I mean, I couldn't function, right? So Mark 12:44 says, "For they all put in out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, put in all that she had, her whole livelihood." And that it really kind of hit me. So I really wanted to dig into it. It wasn't just something that I was going to read and move on with my day. Excuse me. I really wanted to dig in. So once I write the verse, then I kind of start paying attention to what's important in this verse. So I circle the word abundant or abundance, because that is what I'm doing. That is the reason that I dug into this verse, is because I am trying to see what God says about abundance. That is where I'm going right now. That's one of the things. And then I underlined the things that were important. I take those things in this Erin Condren, because I do it differently in different journals, but I just kind of write them out. So abundance, all that she had, her whole livelihood. Then I typically go to my Blue Line Bible and I look at two different versions. So here I'm looking at the New King James Version and the New International Version. And I'm seeing what's different. How did they say it differently? Oh, my camera got a little blurry. Anyway, so what words are different? Everything that she had. The New International Version says everything that she had as opposed to her whole livelihood. Right? It also said something else. Her whole livelihood, everything she had to live on. Abundance, it said out of wealth. Out of their wealth as opposed to out of abundance. Here I'm looking at commentaries line by line to see like what is the like the backstory here, or how can we read deeper into this, and what do I feel about that? So basically that we are not measured by the amount but by what it costs us. That's what I write here, and I kind of underline that one and make it big because it's by what it costs me personally, not everybody else. I think about tithing and it's 10%. 10% of $1,000, if that's all I have to my name, or 10% of $100, right? It's a small amount, so we're not measured by that. We're measured by what it is to us, right? Then I'm reading some more in that commentary in the Blue Line Bible to see what else does it mean. What do I need to reflect on? What do I need to think about? So I'm what does it cost me to give? And what am I giving? Not just monetarily, but of myself to different people in my life. So I want to reflect on that. And this is the kind of thing that I will often take online to my journal itself, because I'm no longer Bible mapping or verse mapping at that point. Now I'm really digging into my own personal thoughts and psych, etc. So in this Erin Condren prayer journal, it also gives us a place of how do I want to walk in this verse today? How do I take this verse and apply it to my life? And that's not always something that I do, but or not always something that you have to do. But typically, if I'm choosing a verse that I'm going to Bible map or verse map, I find something that I do want to apply to my life as much as possible. So some more thoughts, right? It's very relevant to me right now. Me and my husband are kind of talking about tithing and our goals for tithing and how much that we would like to give. How much we would like to give to the churches or to our church and to the school where my husband works and the students at that school. It's a low-income school. And so we like to be able to give. And we came up with this number, this monetary number that we want to be able to give. And what does that really look like for us? What will it cost us to give that amount? And how do we make enough to be able to give that amount? So abundance and tithing and giving, it's all something that we're just kind of digging into ourselves. So I'm saying, I want to give this much. And even when things are tight, you start to kind of worry, maybe I'll only give 5% this month, and having to walk in that faith of, no, you have to give the 10% or even 15%. Like God is asking that of us. And doing it is saying that we have faith that God will provide, that we're not taking away from our children. We're not taking away from, our refrigerator or whatever by giving what he calls us to do. So here I've just pulled up a Google. That's it, Google. I wanted to see what Google says about the word abundant or abundance. So you can see I'm kind of writing what Google says there, and I actually end up circling that later. Exceeding what is necessary. So abundance is more than what you need to live on. Yeah. Then from there, I kind of start writing my prayer. And this is, I don't think about this. Typically, I just start writing the prayer. Once I've written my prayer and my daily gratitude, that typically the daily gratitude aligns with, sorry, my eye is twitching, with the verse that we're mapping and what's been put into my heart as I've been digging through it. So, I'm saying, Lord, and then okay, let me say this first, because once I write out my prayer, I'm not even really paying attention. I'm just writing, kind of free writing in a way. I write it out, whatever's coming to me. And you can see it's a mess because I'm writing it very quickly as it's coming into my head. And then the same with my daily gratitude. I do the exact same thing, just what comes to me, and boom, I start writing. And it gets super messy, super scribbly, because I'm writing as quickly as my brain is thinking. Once all this is done, and once I turn the camera off of the recording, then I actually go in and go back through and say my prayer again, sometimes 2 or 3 times, and sit in it and feel in it and just really open myself up. And then I do the same for the gratitude, and I say the gratitudes to Lord Jesus Christ. I say thank you for these things. So my prayer of helping me, this is what I want, this is what I need from you, to thank you for these things. So I do both of those. And then from there, I actually take a picture. And I did some screen records of my phone. So I'm going to pull that up, make myself small again, and pull that up so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So it's going to be a long video. I hope you're okay with that. I mean, it's already a long video, and I'm about halfway finished with what I do in the morning. So, and it takes me, 30, 45 minutes, depending on the day and if I have any distractions. If I feel like I need to read some more verses, sometimes I'll read a verse and I'll want to Bible map a verse, and it'll make me read a few more verses, in which case I don't always Bible map those or verse map those. I keep saying Bible map. I don't always verse map those. Sometimes I just read them and absorb them, write them on a sticky note so that I can verse map them in the future. But I kind of sit in all of that stuff that I did, not just writing. So it will sometimes take me a little bit longer. But once I do all of that, like I said, we're going to stick that, I'm not sure what side. My husband does my editing. It's so sweet. We're going to stick that screen record so that I can tell you what I'm doing there and show you the next step in my morning Bible study. So I grab my phone, go to ChatGPT, and I actually have a verse reflection that I created, but it's super simple. I will give you what I say down there, what I said to create it. This is a different day because I recorded this on a different day, so that's why it looks differently. But I take a picture of my notes, put it into ChatGPT, and basically my personal one asks for a summary. You can see that's what it's telling me. I want the theme and the takeaway of my notes. If there's a truth that I have identified, some related scriptures, and even some journaling prompts to go deeper. And then I take all of this stuff and I actually put it into, and look, even some practice or encouragement that I can do. From, these are the important things to me. I want to dig deeper into this stuff. This is how I take it and make it part of like a journaling and not just verse mapping. ChatGPT also gives me like how I can put it into practice, and then even like optional bonuses, things that I can consider reading in addition to all of this, which I love that. And I will add those books usually to my Amazon wish list. If they're free or cheap, I will go ahead and get it. I really should start going to the library more often. But then I take all of that and I stick it into my day one journaling app. My day one journaling app is not free. But it's so great for me. I love it. I'll dig into that one day. Maybe I'll edit this and put a thing up there, but for now, this is what I do. I take all of that stuff from ChatGPT and I drop it into my day one. I put a title. Sometimes it's my Bible verse that I'm doing. Sometimes it is like a big word of the day. Sometimes it's something that I'm doing, something that I'm feeling, because this journal entry will be my entire day, not just my morning. Sometimes it's only my morning, but sometimes, I put some tags, like I visited my 93-year-old grandmother today, or look, see page 15 in my first Erin Condren Bible, journal, Bible, I don't know, whatever it's called, planner, faith planner, there you go, faith journal, da-da-da-da, real life, this is just me recording. I put it all in there. Sometimes I will take those related scriptures, just read them. Sometimes they're very interesting to me, and I will add them to my list of things that I want to deep dive into. Then I'll start going into my journaling prompts, and I really just kind of free write this. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just, just dump. I seriously just dump it out. Whatever it is, I answer these journaling prompts. Sometimes, it's very personal to me. Sometimes it's not. The reason that this is different than what I showed you earlier is because that one is a little more personal than this one is. So I didn't mind showing you this one. But I don't want to show the entire web. Some things that are more personal, right? So that's why they don't match up, but it's the same concept. Once you can see what I'm writing here. Once I have done all of this, I actually take my journaling prompts again, all of these that I just answered, take them and put them back into ChatGPT and say, basically the same thing. I want a summary of this. I want to dive even deeper into this. I want to know what the AI sees that I'm not seeing, kind of a summary of my reflections, a summary of my thoughts here. That basically does the same thing, right? So when I take all of that, I copy the important parts, I put it into my ChatGPT. Sorry, this is a little awkward because I usually do it on my computer at that point. I take a picture of it, put it into my ChatGPT, then I move to my computer and I open up ChatGPT on my computer and do all of this. It's easier for me to type that way. I can type a lot faster. And then I added my thoughts. I'm telling you exactly, this is my prompt. Added my journal questions. Right here. And then it'll do the same thing. It'll give me all of the same things, basically. But now it's on this as opposed to just, see? That was a little slow because it wouldn't let me scroll. So here's a summary of my reflection. And it goes into it again and it tells me again, here's my theme and my takeaways and my truth and the related scriptures that I can dig even deeper into. It even gives me another set of journaling prompts. And sometimes I'll do those and sometimes I won't. Again, it depends on how long it took me. It depends on how deep I want to dive. Sometimes I will keep those and put them somewhere else for future reference. I really like when I get the optional bonuses. I can add, podcasts or podcasts and blogs and books and all of the things. So I'll go in there, shoot back to my day one. I'll add that in it, and then I can do it at another time. That's it. That is my entire day or morning Bible journaling. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that you liked that. I hope that it helps you. It's messy, but it's meaningful to me, and I'm still growing in it. So I would really love to know what your Bible study looks like right now. Drop a comment and let me know one tool or habit that's helping you stay in the Word. Or if you're not really there yet, just say hi. Just let me know. Ask a question. I really do read them, and I would love to see your thoughts or answer your questions. If this video helped you, make sure you hit that like button. Share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement today. Hey friend, consider this your little PS. If you are new to the Buttercup garden, I want you to know that I have created a Start Here playlist just for you so that you can bloom without the overwhelm. Okay, so let me tell you right now there's 4 videos. It'll grow over time, but at the time of this recording, there are 4. The first one is Buckle Up Buttercup, and it's a quick channel trailer so that you can meet me, Kelly, and you can hear why we do faith plus growth with grace. The second video tells you exactly what the Buttercup Garden is and how you can grow with us. It's the deeper meaning behind hardy buttercups, why buttercups, how to engage, comment, and pick the playlist that fits your season. Excuse me, video 3 is how to use this channel without getting overwhelmed. There's no pressure, no hustle, just simple weekly rhythms that fit your real life. And number 4 is the Start Here. It's my favorite mindset flip. It's my go-to perspective shift, a journal prompt, a truth seed that you can plant today. I want you to watch them straight through or snack on them one at a time. Either way, you're going to discover our heartbeat, our holy hustle with grace, spiritual joy, and the belief that you are not broken, you are becoming. So, hit that link right up there and save that playlist. Play it while you fold laundry or sip sweet tea and get to know us. And then go outside, breathe air, and remember, progress, no matter how small, still counts. See you in the playlist. Bye.